got some awesome interviews coming up today that I'm really excited about. I'm actually interviewing real estate. I'm interviewing dividend stocks. I'm interviewing growth stocks. I'm interviewing a large variety of different investments to find out what investments fit me personally. You're going to hear about some of the pros. You're going to hear about some of the cons. This is definitely one you don't want to miss. This in no way is going to try to persuade you to one investment or the other. Depending on you and your strategies, your investments are going to be kind of unique to you. So this is just kind of a fun video I wanted to put together, and I hope you enjoy it. So real estate, I'm glad you could show up today, and thank you for doing this interview with me. Basically, I'm just trying to find out what best investment is right for me, and you were kind of the first one I thought of, and so yeah, I'm glad you're able to join here. My question to you is, why should I invest in you? Howdy, I'm real estate, and if you want to become a millionaire, you need to invest with me. Over the past 2 centuries, 9 out of every 10 millionaires in the whole world have got there because they invested in real estate. Real estate is how average Joes and average Janes become millionaires. It don't take rocket science. You ain't got to look at PE ratios. You ain't got to look at all these different companies and stock market charts. Buy real estate, you'll become a millionaire. Oh, really? Wow. I did not know that. That's actually really impressive. I did, however, want to ask you about a negative review I read about you on Yelp. Negative reviews? Pfft, there ain't no negatives to real estate. Well, this one right here, it's from Savannah in Tampa Bay. Savannah writes, OMG, wish I never invested in real estate. I get calls all the time to fix things. First the sink, now the washer. Big mistake, should have went with stocks. So, what do you have to say about that? First of all, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Sure, things are going to be needed to be fixed from time to time, okay? That's common sense. If she's so darn worried about it, she needs to get a property manager, and he'll take care of all that stuff for her, and she don't even have to worry about it. Maybe ask Savannah if stocks are going to give her that kind of monthly cash flow that I give her, as well as all the tax benefits at the end of the year. I mean, that's going to save you thousands right there in dollars. You get to keep more of your money from your investments. Look, no matter what crashes and stuff come, people always got to have a place to live, okay? People don't need to be driving around in Teslas, okay? That's one of them things you pick to do. People got to have somewhere to live. That's why real estate is the clear winner. Well, you make some good points, and I can see your argument, kind of your side of it. Thank you for doing the interview. I've got some other interviews scheduled, and I'll let you know something by the end of the week. Dividend stock, welcome. I'm glad you could show up. So tell me a little bit about yourself and why I should invest in you. Well, I am dividend stock, and whenever you buy me, you're actually buying a piece of a larger company. So then you actually own part of that company. And what happens is when the company does well, they get profits in, things like that, we actually cut you what's called a dividend. And we can set that up to where once a year, annually, we give you a dividend. We can set it up to where every quarter you get a dividend. We can even do every month you get a dividend. That's the benefit of investing with a dividend stock, is that you get a piece of the pie either every month, every quarter, every year. We want you involved. We want to reward you for investing within us. Wow. Yeah, that actually sounds really nice. I did read some negative reviews on you, though, and I wanted to kind of ask you about that, kind of get your take on it. Let's see, where's that at? Carl from Long Island. He said, I put my entire savings into a dividend stock, paying me a 10% yield, and the company folded just 6 months later. I lost everything, and now I have no more investment. So what about Carl? What do you have to say about that? Well, what happened was Carl was a risk taker, okay? So when you invest in dividends, you can play it safe. You get a lower dividend, okay? Maybe a smaller piece, a smaller dividend yield. But typically with that, you get more safety. Or you can play it a little more riskier if you're wanting to chase a higher dividend. If you really like getting those dividends and that's all you care about and you just want to chase a higher dividend, you can invest in companies that aren't very stable but that promise a very high dividend. And what happens is when economic times, hardships, or that company falls under bankruptcy, things like that, those dividends can be taken away. So what I always recommend for the majority of people is if you're doing this for the long haul, play it safe, buy companies that pay a smaller dividend, but companies that have been paying a dividend for around 20 years or more. That way the company has been around a while and has been proven, and that just helps you have more peace of mind with your investments. Good point. You definitely make a fair assumption there. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you taking this interview. I'm not a risk taker, really, and that's why I'm doing this interview, to figure out kind of what investment fits me. So I'll let you know something by the end of the week for sure, but thank you. Growth stocks. Yeah, I was excited about doing this interview. Wanted to find out more about you and kind of what you bring to the table of investments. So go ahead, tell me a little bit about yourself and what you offer. Well, I am growth stock, and you should invest with me because when you invest with me, I appreciate you and I appreciate. So I gain in value. You could actually put $20 today in a growth stock like me, and in 10 years it could grow to $2,000 or even more potentially. I grow so that I can reward my investors. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I totally understand that. I did want to ask you about Sam, though. I read on Yelp a review he left on you. It wasn't a good one. Sam from Boise, Idaho, he said, growth stocks are stupid. You hold them and they don't give you dividends in the meantime. I've had mine for 5 years and it's worth less now than it's ever been worth. Should have went with dividends stocks. At least I'd have something to show for it. So what do you have to say about that? Well, not everyone understands me. You have to have patience if you invest in me. You have to have a belief in the future of the company that you're investing with if you invest with me. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This is over the long term, the long haul, if you will. I do appreciate, not always as fast as some people would like, but I do look out for my customers. Good point, good point. Now, do you offer any tax benefits like real estate offers or not? Well, actually, yes. You can hold me in a retirement account such as a Roth IRA. And whenever you go to pull that money out in retirement, all that growth that you have experienced since holding me as a stock, you will completely enjoy tax-free, okay? So it doesn't matter if you put in $20 and I went to $2,000, you're not going to pay taxes on that growth if it's in the right account. Okay, so I can have tax benefits, I just have to wait until I'm old? Well, that's one way to look at it. I like to think about it as like a Christmas present that you're waiting to open, right? Patience is key here. You got to have patience if you're going to invest with me. Well, thank you, Growth Stock. I appreciate your time, and I'll let you know something by the end of the week. Well, thank you for showing up, Penny Stocks. Are you actually wearing shorts to the interview? What's that? Yeah, I did wear shorts to the interview. It was the only thing I had clean to wear. Okay. What is it that you do? But yeah, basically, I'm a lot like Growth Stock. I think I passed them on the way out of here. Except that you don't have to be patient with me, okay? You don't have to wait 20 years to get rich. I'll make you quick overnight. And that's because I am Penny Stocks. Oh wow, overnight. That's pretty fast. I was going to ask you, Penny left a review, which is kind of ironic. Penny Stock, that's your name. And anyway, Penny from Birmingham. She said that she dumped thousands into you over the course of years and has nothing to show for it. She said, I wish I would have bought regular growth stocks because at least they would be worth something now. What do you have to say about that? Well, that's simple. Penny bought the wrong penny stocks. If she would have bought the right penny stocks, she would have been a millionaire, and you never would have read any kind of negative reviews about me. So, how does one know what to buy then? I have no idea, dude. Your guess is as good as mine, okay? But I tell you what, if you pick the right ones, you're going to be rich overnight, just like that. I'd like to see real estate or dividends do that for you. Okay. Well, thank you for your time, and I will be in contact with you. Yes, welcome, ETF. Good to have you, and tell me a little bit about yourself. Hey, what's up? I'm ETF, Exchange Traded Fund. And if you don't want to have the hassle of putting together a portfolio, you don't want to have to pick stocks, you don't have to try to diversify, just simply invest with me. I'll do all that for you. You can sit back, relax, enjoy more personal time. I do all the work, you get all the rewards. It's a win-win. I'm even going to give you some dividends in the meantime to keep you happy. I put everything that you need in this nice little neat package that you can invest in. Huh. Well, that kind of sounds too good to be true. I did want to ask you about Jake from Atlanta. I was actually reading his review on you guys, and he says here, wish I wouldn't have bought ETFs. I pay a stupid expense ratio, and my returns haven't been as good as my friend who picks individual stocks. So do you agree with that, or what's your take on that? Well, we do take a small commission, you know. It's just for the less headache investor. He doesn't want to have to deal with all that. We take on all the work, all the headache, and let you do more of what you're good at, see? So yeah, we do take a small commission, but it's totally worth the benefits. Yeah, I can understand that, and I appreciate your time. I will try to let you know something by the end of the week. Mutual funds, welcome. Have a seat. So what is it that you bring to the table of investments? Hey, what's up? So I am a mutual fund, and basically what I am, I'm just like an ETF, except I'm more expensive just because I'm actively managed by an actual person. So you're basically like an ETF, except I'm going to pay you more? Yes. Okay. Thanks for coming out, and I'll let you know something by the end of the week. Welcome, day trader. Good to see you. So what do you have to offer me as far as an investment? Yeah, so I'm day trader. Basically, I buy investments when they're low, and then I sell when they're high over the course of a day, and then let you keep the profits. Okay, I can understand that. I was actually reading a Yelp review from Joe from Los Angeles, and Joe said, I lost $10,000 in one day from day trader. Can you explain what happened there? Why did he lose $10,000 in one day? Well, see, the thing is, what Joe didn't tell you is that the very next day, I actually got him $13,000, winning back all that he had lost, and then the day after that, I gained him another $2,000. So yeah, I don't hit it perfectly 100% of the time, but when I do hit it, there's a lot of profit there, and every penny you get to keep. Well, I mean, except taxes, of course. Basically, I can make you thousands of dollars within a matter of a few hours. Not days, not years, hours. Okay. Yeah, I understand. So what you're saying is there's a lot of risk involved where you could lose money, but at the same time, you can gain a lot of money very quickly. Exactly. Never count me out. Just when you think I'm out, just when you think that, it's over, I come roaring back with a big, massive win. Why do you think all day traders drive around in Lambos all day? I don't think that's an accurate statement. Well, I mean, not all of us, but, when you're good, you're good. Okay. Well, thank you. I do appreciate your time, and I will let you know something by the end of the week for sure. So what do you guys think? You heard the interviews. What should I invest in? Should I try multiple of them? And let me know in the comments what you're using, what investments you're using. And that way, when people stumble across this video, it'll help them figure out what's right for them as well.